and welcome. It is me, Rusty Humphries, and we're in Disneyland. Now, I will start off with there is some absolute clickbait on the thumbnail that you saw, the little picture that said live from Disneyland. It was a picture of me and Dina. Dina's not going to be here today. Her mom's not feeling real good, so she's taking care of her mom, but I thought it'd be a lot better to have somebody good looking on the picture than just me. So here's the idea. Just for the next few minutes, I'm kind of testing out what it's like to go live. I wanted to say hi to you in one of my favorite places in the world. I just thought, it's a nice day, and I'll just kind of show you around some of my favorite places in Disneyland without boring you too much. That's the hard part. Doing these things live, you can't edit. I can't have cool, funky music or quick edits. So I'm going to try not to make this boring. Now, you can ask questions. I would love to hear what you have to say. I'd love for you to comment. I'll try to read all of them. I even brought glasses that I look goofy in so that I can read them. And if you're entertained even a little bit, there's a little button on there, a little heart that you can push, and it's called a super thanks or whatever. And it's a good way to get my attention. You can send a couple of bucks and everybody's happy. So let's go and see where we're at. So here we are. We are at Main Street, USA. Oh, before I go there, before we get started, quick game of Price is Right. Are you ready? How much is this bottle of Smart Water? How much is this at Disneyland? I'll let you think. Go ahead and comment. I'll try to read your comments so it comes up. How much we're playing the Price is Right? Actual retail price at Disneyland without going over. I do have a hint, but I'm going to wait for a minute. Dina says, hi, babe. Hi, babe. I wish you were here. Believe me. It's not as much. It's a weird experience doing Disneyland by yourself. But it is kind of, Dina's got a guess of $9, okay? Let's see here. Charles, right? $7.25. Ron says $6 here. I'm putting my goofy glasses on. Okay, yeah. So, now I can totally see you. Hi, this is me and my stupid glasses. All right, another couple of seconds. How much is this bottle of Smart Water? Actual retail price at Disneyland. I will give you a hint. I bought this exact bottle of water at the Circle K in Phoenix, Arizona for $2.50. Bobby H says $10. Actual retail price without going over, I'll give you just a couple of seconds, and then we're going to go for the tour. By the way, so here's where we're at. And Minnie just came and just walked over there. Charlie said, hey, Carla. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Anyway, so Minnie just got there and went in front of the firehouse, and that was literally a minute ago, as I was talking to you, and you can see how big the line is to go see Minnie, which is a little cuckoo, but that's me. I want to start here at one of my favorite spots, and most people know this one, but this is an important spot. This is the fire department. And if you can see, when it gets a little bit darker, you'll be able to see a little bit more. But there's a window above the fire department, and there's a light on there. And that light is where Walt Disney used to live when he lived here at Disneyland. And they turn that light on every day in honor of Walt. Okay, how much was the water? The actual retail price of this water at Disneyland today, $9.75. $9.75. Minnie needed a new pair of shoes. Okay, so we're gonna walk around. Anyway, so that is where Walt's apartment was, and the lights on for Walt City Hall and everything. So we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna tell you some of the stories that I know about Disneyland and Walt. And if it gets boring, text me, Rusty, you're getting boring, and then I'll try to pep it up a little bit. Because there's nothing worse than being boring. Hi, and I don't want to bore you. So, first of all, I will say that one of the things I'm really loving about Disneyland still is they have not gotten rid of a lot of the patriotism. Earlier today, they had the flag ceremony where they brought the flag down, and I'm going to show a video of it later on, but they had the full band, they brought the flag down, they folded the flag, it was very patriotic, and I appreciate that they still continue to honor Walt's patriotism, even with all of the things that the Disney Corporation's been doing that I'm not as happy with. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln is still there. I'll give you something I hate to admit. I always see great moments with Mr. Lincoln twice. Once, so I can get the emotion of Mr. Lincoln, and two, I usually take a nap on either the first time or the second time. Okay, so one of the things in all of these windows, Main Street USA, let me back up. If you haven't seen, there's a video that we put out, and it was a trip to Walt Disney's Main Street USA, his boyhood hometown of Marceline, Missouri. And that is the model. It's kind of what he remembered Main Street to be, and he kind of, Disneyfied it, made it better, but you can see what that Marceline, Missouri looks like. But he had a whole team of people that helped him. And one of the things that he did was to honor those people that really helped out is he would put their names up on here. So here's Xavier Atencio. He's a guy that was one of the original cartoonists that helped with a bunch of the rides. By the way, it looks like they're getting ready to have a parade or something. All right, here's a trivia question. I know most people will know this. Let's see. Mark Muller, my friend Mark Muller, is mad because I said 6:35 and I didn't say specifically Pacific time, which I did a number of times, Mark. Sorry. Okay, so this is the Magic Shop. Anybody know what famous celebrity worked at the Magic Shop when he was a little kid? Anybody? Anybody? Sure you might know. So I'll wait for your answer on that one. So again, we've got these interesting windows. The other thing about this that's interesting is there's a thing called forced perspective. And what forced perspective is it's there to trick your eye. Was it Harry Anderson, Bobby said? No, but that same era. He was very big in the 70s, this guy. Are you ready? This Magic Shop is where Steve Martin worked as a kid, and this is where he learned how to do magic and learned how to perform. So the answer is Steve Martin worked here. Was somebody worked at the Magic Shop, Rusty Humphries? No, I did work at Universal Studios, though, as a tour guide years ago, so you're getting some of that right now. This walkway here is larger on this side than on that side. Because of the forced perspective, so what they do is they fool your eye by making bricks look bigger and things look smaller. And so they do it to make that castle look like it's further away. But then the forced perspective this way makes it look like the exit is closer so that you're not as rushed to leave, and maybe you'll spend a little more time in the gift shops here. Okay, here's a good one. Ron Dominguez, Orange Grove property manager. See that? Who was Ron Dominguez? Ron Dominguez owned the biggest part of the Orange Grove that Disneyland sits on right now. So Mr. Dominguez actually owned this property, and he was the guy that Walt bought most of the property from for Disneyland. So that's why it says Orange Grove Property Management. There's also one other thing I'll show you about the Dominguez family, and I'll tell you about that in a couple of minutes. Here's another one that's interesting. There's a guy up here called Ken Anderson Bait Company, and he was a big fly fisherman. He was kind of a guy that Walt used to call him as Jack of all trades, and he was a big fly fisherman. But fly fishermen don't need bait. So see how that's funny? Because it was a bait company? I didn't write the jokes. Sun's starting to set. Give you a little bit of a look here, and then I'll show you one more window that's kind of interesting in a second. But you can see everybody having fun. Are we getting bored yet? I'm sorry. Let's see. Where's the other window that I like? There's so many of these windows, it takes forever to go through all of them, but you can start seeing that the lights are starting to come on, the sun's starting to come down, and oops, excuse me. Oh, this is interesting. So these chairs here, every day there's a couple of old guys that sit there. Like, they literally go every single day, and they sit there and they talk to people, and they get grumpy if somebody sits in their seat before them, like they think they own it. But they're there every day, so that's kind of interesting. There's another one up there, Raleigh Crump. He's a very famous ride Imagineer, created a lot of Imagineering stuff. All right. Oh, one other one. This one's kind of interesting. So you'll see here ABC. See that where it says ABC typing, ABC shorthand? The reason why, you remember, if you were a fan of Walt Disney when you were a kid, if you're my age, you remember the Wonderful World of Disney that was on every Sunday night. Well, the reason Walt did that show was because he needed money to build Disneyland. So he made a deal with ABC and said, hey, give me the money I need for Disneyland, or invest heavily into it, and I'll do this show for you. And so he did it, and he really promoted Disneyland on that show, and that's one of the reasons why Disneyland really took off. Interesting note, Disney now owns ABC. So Walt's vision won. Although I'm not sure he would. I would be very curious to see how Walt would think today of the way the company acts. But that's me. All right, move on. You can see the castle looking very pretty. The sun is coming down. This is the golden hour. Ouch, somebody just hit me with their balloon. But this is awful pretty. Now, one of the things that Walt used to do when the park was closed, he liked to walk around blindfolded and without shoes on. Because was the celebrity Rusty Humphries, Steve Martin, almost as funny as Rusty. Thank you, John DeMaster. Appreciate that. So one of the things he liked to do was walk around blindfolded and with his shoes off, because he wanted to be able to feel what land he was in based on the pavement. So each land, so this is just the regular, the center of it's called the spoke of Disneyland. But you can see as we're going to now go into Adventureland, how it goes from the brick to this different cement. And then it's going to make another change. And now we've gone into some different flooring, and then we're going to go one more. And now Adventureland is a completely different texture, Adventureland, than other lands. So every land is different. It's one of my favorite places, the Tiki Room. Now, something weird going on now that, let me give you a little more space here. So everything you have to order on the app. So if you want to get pineapple juice, you got to order it an hour in advance to pick it up right there, although they're just sitting around waiting for people to show up. So not the best planning I've ever seen. All right, we're going to take you to the Dominguez Palm. Remember I told you about Ron Dominguez, the guy who owned the land where most of the property that we're standing on is, he owned that most of the property. So we're in Adventureland. Oh, another interesting thing that a lot of people don't notice is each land, the garbage can is themed. They even theme the garbage cans here. This is a new restaurant, the Tropical Hideaway. Forever it was this Aladdin thing that was never open, and now this is open, and it's a lot better than it used to be. Another one of my favorite places to have lunch is the place called the Bengal Barbecue, where it's like skewers of meat. They do it really well, and it's not expensive. So that is a great place. I went to the Blue Bayou earlier today, which is the restaurant. It's kind of an upscale one, where inside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And I had a Monte Cristo sandwich, probably 4,000 calories, but it was good. Here's the Bengal Barbecue. That's awesome. Okay, so a little Walt Disney history.
And they recognize me.
So, when they were making the final deal to sell this land, the Dominguez family, to Walt Disney, Mr. Dominguez says, listen, I'll sell you the land. However, there's a tree on the land that I planted when my wife and I got married, and I'll only sell you the land if you keep the tree and make sure it stays alive as long as it possibly can. So they went, okay, that's a deal. So it used to be over where Soarin' is now, but it's now here between the Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones. And if you take a look, it's a tree that's kind of out of place, and it's this big palm tree way up there, and that's called the Dominguez Palm. And again, it was put there because Walt made a deal with the Dominguez family, and that was planted originally when Mr. Dominguez got married. Another fun thing, and this is one that Dina loves, that supposedly there's a gnome or something. I don't know what you call him, but he lives here at Disneyland. Rusty, what's his name? I don't remember. But there's this little place where supposedly this little gnome or fairy, or I don't know what you officially call him, and he lives. It's right next to the line here here at the Indiana Jones line. So this is the line, and I'm going to go right through. I'm not cutting, but I'm just going to show my friends. This is where the little gnome guy lives. I'm sure that's okay. So the legend is that when Mr. Dominguez made a deal to keep the tree, the gnome that lived nearby made a deal too with Walt. And now we're getting to silly stuff. But that's me. Pirates of the Caribbean has been closed for a while. It's back open. The lines are pretty long, but you can see them. Here is where Walt wanted to move his apartment. Originally, he was going to move from the firehouse and move to this place here. It's now called 21 Royal, and it's been a bunch of different things. It was an art gallery and other things, but this was going to originally be Walt's apartment. He was going to live here and share it with friends and stuff. Now it's like $15-20 grand a night, and I know it's a shock, but at $15-20 grand a night, I have not done it yet. Hey, Mark Muller, let's go. I'll make the appointment. I'll get the reservation. Now, there's another kind of secret thing that is the worst kept secret in here. It's called Club 33, and it is a secret club. It's the only place they serve alcohol in Disneyland. It costs $10,000 a year. The waiting list is 20 years. I've been on the waiting list for about 15 years. I haven't heard anything from anybody. I've heard they've closed the waiting list, but Club 33, you can see the restaurant and the tables. This is in New Orleans area, but you can see up here, that's where the outdoor tables are for Club 33. And it's supposed to be very high-end, very nice, real expensive. People love it. Part of why they like it is it kind of makes them feel like there's something special, and I don't like that part of it, but that's me. Is it wheelchair accessible? I don't know. For 10 grand a year, probably. This is where I went to lunch today. This Blue Bayou restaurant. I'm sorry, excuse me. So this is the lovely Blue Bayou restaurant. Had a great lunch there. Sandwich was $31. $31 sandwich. But it was pretty good. And this is Blue Bayou. This is the old entrance to Club 33. And now there's a new one down here. Looks like they're about to have another restaurant, something go in here, but I don't know what it is. It hasn't been marked or mentioned. This is the French stuff. You can actually get some French perfume there. And then here's the entrance to Club 33. Ooh, pretty. And it's supposed to be pretty awesome. I have never gotten an invite. Can really only go there if you're a member or you get an invite. And it's like really supposed to be tacky to try to invite yourself. So I'm a little tacky. Okay. Oh, they got the Main Street Electrical Parade going on tonight, I've heard. Whoops. People not paying attention with strollers. That's always my favorite. Let's see. It would be so cool just to peek inside Club 33. I have peeked. I have gotten a peek. And it really is nice. The original idea of Club 33 was Walt wanted to have the audio animatronics. That's what he calls the, things that move, like Mr. Lincoln, the birds at the Tiki Room. He wanted it so that there would be things on the walls that would talk to you while you're in that club. And people were afraid that they were going to be spied on. So that didn't go through. Speaking of that, that was the original idea of the Tiki Room, too. The Tiki Room was supposed to be a restaurant that you would go and you have the tiki, the tiki room. All that show would be the dinner show, and then you'd get food and stuff. And they figured that so many people wanted to see the show that it wasn't worth it to have a restaurant in there, which is too bad. That would have been fun. He wanted to have it like a Hawaiian type restaurant. That would have been fun. We are at the Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion has its own garbage cans, and it is closed. They are getting ready to do the, what do you call it? Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. To me, that's okay. I don't need it every year. It's not my favorite, but I am in the minority there. People seem to love it. Okay. So I've got a few people watching. By the way, thank you for being here. I hope you're having some fun. Dina was worried I was going to get boring. Is it boring? Dina, am I boring everybody? Probably. There are people that come here every day and they do just this, but all they do, I've seen it, and they get thousands of views too. You ready? I'm going to do my impression of one of these people. Hold on. I got to sit my water down first. All right, here's my impression of what they do and get thousands of views every day. Okay. I'm here at Disneyland. This is my impression of them. Here at Disneyland. And we're in New Orleans Square. And they just sit here and they hold the camera as still as they can and just watch people. They just watch them. And then they'll see like the Dapper Dans, the barbershop quartet and stuff. And they'll just sit there and watch the whole show and then just walk around to something else. I can't watch that. Sorry, that's way too boring even for me. Okay, what Bobby said, okay, I'm messing with the screen. Now I can't see it. I don't know what you said, Bobby. I'm sorry. Top chat, super chat. So don't forget to hit that, smash that super chat, would you? Bobby says, what drinks are that strong that the walls talk to you? I've been thrown out of places like that. Thank you. I like that. Tomorrow, I'm going to California Adventure, and there's a great restaurant in there. And it's called the Carthay Circle restaurant, and it's really nice. It's very upscale. My favorite's actually in the bar because they've got these appetizers that are great, but they try to recreate Carthay Circle, which was a movie theater where they premiered Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Hi! Everybody's saying hi. Okay, see, it's the happiest place on earth. Everybody's happy. Okay, so I have a choice. I'm going to be here for a few more minutes. I can go this way and do Star Wars Land. I can go that way, Peace Brother. I can go that way and do Adventureland or go through the castle or something. So I'm gonna let you vote. I got just a couple of seconds here. Which way to go? With that soft voice right there. We're on the 9th hole, par 3. Young Cinderella boy, former greenskeeper, and now about to become the Masters champion. It's in the hole. Okay, so you want to see Star Wars stuff or stay with Disney stuff that away? I'm looking for your vote. I will wait for a moment and then go. Adventureland, says Ron. That's that away. That away. Anybody else? Disney stuff. Bobby says Disney. Okay, anybody else? I got 2 more votes and then I'll... This away or this away? Star Wars, not Star Wars. That's the way to do it. Star Wars or not Star Wars. Now, there is a ride, if you haven't seen it yet. It's called The Rise of the Resistance. I can see so much better with this, sorry. It's called The Rise of the Resistance. And I like Star Wars, but Mr. Thorne, how are you, sir? Good to see you. I'm talking about The Rise of the Resistance. As a matter of fact, Mr. Thorne was one of the first people I know that went on there. He wants me to go on the Star Wars. So, Rise of the Resistance is maybe the most technologically advanced ride in the world. They've been trying to do movies or they've been trying to go make rides that made you feel like you were in the movie and stuff, and they've come close. Rise of the Resistance is the closest I've ever been into where you actually feel like you're in the movie, and they do an amazing, amazing job. Now here's the problem. So, for $16 today, I could buy what's called Genie Plus. Genie Plus helps you get 1 fast pass at a time. So, you want to go on the Smuggler's Run, which is the Millennium Falcon ride. Okay, you put that in, and then you can get in like 30, 40 minutes. Now, you can do the Rise of the Resistance, but on top of the $16, you got to pay $20 a person to get on that ride or wait 3 hours. And I ain't waiting 3 hours for nothing. So I paid the extra $20. Okay, it looks like we only had 1 vote for Star Wars. The other one was for the rest of Disney. So we're going to go, how much is it for PG-13? I don't know how much extra if they were being naughty. Thank you. All right, I'm going to drink a little bit more of my $9.75 water. And let's go see a little bit more of Disney as the sun starts to set and the lights start to come on. And it's just me and my friends as we walk around Disneyland. And if you've got a comment, by golly, I'd love to see it. You can see they're getting set up for Fantasmic, which is the big fireworks show on the water. Just tuned in. Did I swing by Pirates yet? I just walked past that, Mr. Thorne. They just opened it back up, so the lines are a little bit long. Last I saw it was about a 45, 50-minute wait. But it's right over there. I'm going to walk past it. Hold on. Walk down the stairs. I don't know how the quality of the picture or the sound is. I do have a microphone, extra microphone. Hopefully it makes it sound better. You can't have tripods, so I've got, or anything that extends. So I've got this little little thing I'm holding. Hopefully it's okay. Probably a little bit bouncier than I'd like it to be. This is one of my favorite times of the day here. I love the nighttime, but I love it when the sun starts going down. There's Pirates. Hello, Princess. Actually, it's really good broadcast. Well, coming from you, Mr. Thorne, that's a high compliment. Thank you. Okay. Now, in Disney World, because I lived there, I actually lived in Florida for 3 years and went to Disney World almost every single day. And you'd take a right here and you would go to where the Hall of Presidents was. The Golden Horseshoe is interesting. This is the first place that Walt had a party before the place opened. And there was a guy named Wally Hogue. Is that the right name? Or Wally Bogue, excuse me. Wally Bogue worked there. Do they still do the custom storybook on CD of the souvenir shop? I don't think so. So anyway, the Golden Horseshoe is where Wally Bogue worked. He did 40,000 shows here. Retired and went to the Golden Horseshoe in Florida. And that's where Steve Martin would come and watch when he was a little kid. He'd watch Wally every single day. And he said it's one of the great inspirations of his life. This little rock here is famous because Walt and Lillian went on a tour of America. And he found this petrified rock and bought it for Lillian as an anniversary present. She went, yeah, great, thanks. Why don't you put it in your little park there, Walt? So he put it in the park right across from the Golden Horseshoe where they had the opening ceremony. Okay, my favorite trivia question. Let's see if anybody knows this one. I've got a video coming out, and it's gonna be in the video, so I'm giving you like a preview of what the video is. I'll have this all done in like 4 minutes, but okay. There is a Mexican restaurant over here. Here is my trivia question. What was a garbage item, something that they threw away at Disneyland, that is now one of America's favorite treats? What did they used to throw away at Disneyland that is now one of America's favorite treats? Does anybody know? And I will give you a hint. It was made, Dina knows, yes, I know. Keep your mouth shut, woman. Whoops, hold on. There's something I'll never be able to say again. Whoopsie, teasing. Okay, Mr. Thorne knows. Anybody else know? What was garbage at Disneyland and became one of America's favorite treats? And it happened right here. Happened right here. Okay. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If anybody wants to keep thinking about it, I'll walk around some more and then I will give you the answer. I don't know about you guys, but the sun is really going down nice. There's a nice breeze here and it's not too hot. Let's see. Let's go see the castle. Let's go see the pretty castle. Oops. I'm not getting any guesses. That's one of my favorite t-shirts. I'm so fly, I never land. Okay, Ron has no clue. All right, here we go. I'll tell you. So the story is, here's a situation. Try to tell the story without. Mr. Thorne says churros. That is a great answer. Not the right answer, but it is a very good answer. So, at that Mexican restaurant, it was the Frito-Lay's Mexican restaurant back in the 50s or 60s or whatever. And they kept ordering too many tortillas. because Mexican food wasn't really that big back then. So the tortillas started going bad, and one of the guys is working there, and he says, "Hey, that stale tortilla, give me one of those. I'm gonna fry it up." He fries up the stale tortilla and says, "We got these Cheetos. What if I put some of that cheesy goodness on there?" And they invented, you ready? Doritos. Doritos were invented at Disneyland. How about that? There's a trivia question for you to do at school, Mr. Thorne. All right. Looks like everybody's getting ready for the parade. What parade is it, Rusty? No idea. Do you sit around and watch the parades? No, never. But why? Because people camp out for 3 or 4 hours before the parade starts, and I don't have that kind of patience. All right, here's the... Okay. Oh, that's just a pretty shot there. I'm just gonna stand there and just soak in that view. That's pretty. Okay. A little story about this. This castle, okay, there's a couple things here. First of all, this castle is 1 foot shorter than the FCC requirement, so it doesn't have to put a red light on the top. Okay, so that's number one. Oh, Dina loves the parades. I guess I'm going to go parades. All right, so this is also one of the great examples of forced perspectives. Let's go and... Randall says, best spot for all parades is stop at the entrance steps by facing the flagpole. Okay. Mr. Thorne, do you know about forced perspective? So here's the deal. What forced perspective is, you guys want to get a picture. I want to get into your way here. Also, okay, everybody's getting pictures. But this is a good spot. So what forced perspective is they want to trick your eye into thinking something is bigger than it is. So take a look at the bricks at the bottom. The bricks are bigger, much bigger, right? And as the castle goes higher up, you'll notice the bricks keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until they're just little teeny tiny bricks at the top. And they do that because it makes it seem like, tricks your eye into thinking that it's further away than it is. Now they do the same thing with Main Street USA going in the opposite direction. In that direction, they make it look like Main Street USA is closer so that it's not as far of a walk when you are trying to leave the park, and it's okay to shop. If you're tired, you go, oh, it's really not that far. But if you go the other way, facing the castle, it looks like it's a lot further away, and it's on a hill, so that it makes the castle look a lot more grand. All right. Starting to get, figuring you guys are getting bored. I don't want you bored. I'd rather stop than you be bored. A couple more minutes. Let's go through the castle. Hello. The castle at Disney World in Florida, way bigger than this. There's a restaurant in there and all kinds of cool stuff. See, as we get closer, the size of the bricks. Careful, hold my phone so it doesn't fall in, but they're bigger, 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 small. And they're getting smaller, smaller, smaller as we go all the way up. Okay. Here's something that a lot of Disney people will talk about. They'll say this right here, this mark is the perfect center of Disneyland. That when they built Disneyland, they made a spot that was the absolute center of Disneyland. And they're wrong. It's not true. It's just one of those myths that ain't true. Okay. One of Walt's favorite rides, his favorite rides were the Jungle Cruise, and believe it or not, this carousel. And there's actually a horse that he made for Lillian. Here's one I don't get. I do like the Peter Pan ride. I don't understand a 2-hour wait for Peter Pan. It's never going to happen. I'm never doing it. I may never ride this ride again. Look at that line. I just don't. That's just crazy. How long is it really? Well, 40 minutes. Not as horrible. Here's something I didn't know for a long time. Let's see if we can get it here. So look in that window, and we'll wait for it. Wait for it. That's where the queen, the evil queen, lives. And there she is. Just open the window and say hi. So she's looking out. See that? I don't know if it's close enough, but you can see she's looking. She's giving the stink eye right there. And then she'll go back, close the window up. Could you see that? All right, I'll go one more time to see if you can get a little closer, because that is kind of fun. I've never noticed that for years and years and years. But there she is, looking through the window. I don't like you people. Ooh, that's stink eye. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Anybody want to see anything in particular? They do have the submarine ride back up. Pinocchio is back. Let's see. I worked at an amusement park in the Seattle area, actually near Tacoma, a place called the Enchanted Village, and I had to wear an elf costume. And I used to operate the merry-go-round, the Ferris wheel. No, this one I used to do. Yeah. I was a good ride operator. And I remember, because they considered seasonal work, minimum wage at the time was $3.35 an hour, and we got paid $2.50 an hour. I was smart. I was a good money man. I was thinking the long lines are visiting the park post-COVID. Yeah, I'm seeing some masks, not a lot. It wasn't crowded hardly at all today. Now tonight people are coming out. I like seeing it. I mean, it's not as much fun being super crowded. Charlotte wants me to go to Space Mountain. Okay, I can do that. I have walked over 6.5 miles. Let's see if so I'm going to hit 7 or 8. Which I like. Wait a second. What'd you call me? Oh, sorry. Dumbo. No, sorry. That guy's a Sith Lord. Careful. There was something about the teacups that we saw, Dina. Do you remember what it was? Oh, I remember. It was, if you want to go on the teacups and not get sick, the speed of the teacups turn is because of their color. Like, the pink ones are slower and the purple one is fast or something. I don't remember exactly. And I should. But I'm not a big teacup guy. I killed myself for the teacups back at the Reno Rodeo in the year 2000. I took my new daughter, Caitlin. I just got a new stepdaughter, and she was probably 6. And hi, you want to say hi? There you go, hi, there you go, hi. So Caitlin was about 6, and I was doing a radio event at the Reno Rodeo, and I thought I'd be cool, and I got this big thing of Easy Cheese and crackers, and I piled the Easy Cheese about that thick, and then we went on the teacup ride after that, and never been able to do a teacup type ride again, ever again. I just remember going, stop the ride, please. Please stop the ride. I'm not kidding. Just stop it, please. Oops, I dropped my $10 water. Hold on. Charlie, you just told me to go to Space Mountain. I was going to Space Mountain. Now you want Small World? Okay, let's go to Small World. I'm like right in the middle of both of those. Man, you're bossy. Okay. I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh, that's good. There's the monorail. Do you know the story about Walt kidnapping a vice president on the monorail? So, first day of the monorail, Vice President Richard Nixon was here, and Walt was like a little kid, and he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, he gets Richard Nixon, says, "Hey, come on a ride with me," and he starts driving and takes off before the Secret Service guys get on. Before they get on the monorail, so he's got the Vice President of the United States by himself on the monorail, and they considered it a kidnapping temporarily. Whoopsie. Yeah, so if you ever have a toy, hold on. You can see there's a train going through Small World right now. Yeah, if you ever have the Vice President, hanging with the Vice President, don't take them on the monorail without Secret Service. That's just a little tip, a little friendly advice here. I'm giving that one for free. Okay, Small World's looking pretty. Lights are going. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. I'm not sure, but I may have to send the Disney Corporation money for that. Now this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at this. Now it's gone insane. Come on, really? I mean, I like Small World, but I don't like it 55 minutes worth. Okay, do you know the story about this? So Walt didn't have money to build new rides. They were going to have a big World's Fair in New York. And so a couple of people came to him. And the first one was the state of Illinois. And so he built Mr. Lincoln for the state of Illinois. And then, hello. Hi. He was like hitting my legs. I would have totally done that at his age. So there were 3 rides that they built for the New York World's Fair. One was a car ride, which I would have loved to have done. You'd get in this car, and it was like a real car. And you'd drive through some of the scenes that you now can go through with the train here. And they had this kind of tour of America in like Cadillacs. That was pretty cool. And then the other one was Small World. It was originally built for Pepsi and the United Nations. I don't know if anybody's learning anything. Okay, I'm going to start heading back. Didn't hit Star Wars, but oh well. Sha-la-la. Looks like the Matterhorn is closed. Yes, there's a basketball court in the Matterhorn. Oh, here's this. I did not know this. Walt spent 1 week on location in Zermatt, Switzerland during the filming of the Walt Disney movie Third Man on the Mountain. Based on James Ramsey's Ullman novel, Banner in the Sky, the film tells the tale of a young Swiss man who conquers the mountain that defeated his father. Although Walt had already developed a fondness for Switzerland's scenic beauty, he didn't seem to appreciate the Matterhorn as he would on that trip. He did, blah, blah, blah. And then soon he mailed the Imagineers a postcard of the mountain with 2 words scrawled across the back. Build this. Okay. That's pretty cool. No, not too crowded. It's kind of, well, everybody's getting ready they're waiting for the parade. So I think it sucked a lot of people over to Main Street. By the way, if you have not seen the video on our channel that says Walt Disney's Main Street, hometown, Marceline, Missouri, Main Street, USA, you should check it out. It was the first video I ever made. And it's pretty cool to see the place that inspired all of this and where he grew up, and it's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to go down Main Street and then shut it off. Any questions, any comments, anything you want to say, now's the time. Oops. Yeah, I don't even know if anybody's there anymore. I may be just talking to myself, which would not be the first time. Oh, it's getting pretty. The lights are going down, coming up. The sun's going down. Oh, there's Tomorrowland. Ooh, the castle's lit. Ladies and gentlemen, the castle is lit. Yo, man, it's lit. No, different thing. That's pretty. And then over here, there's a thing with Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and singing, and maybe I'll tell you that story some other time. Hello, she's having fun. He's having fun. Still have a little bit left of my $10 water. Oops. Check it out. Oh, hello, Mr. Duck. Hello. I'm not sure you're in the right place, but if you're looking for popcorn, this is probably not bad. Ooh, Oh, reserve seating. Somebody paid extra. I don't know if that's for the VIP thing. I do want to do that. It's actually not that crazy unreasonable. It's like $400 or $500 per person, minimum of like 10 people. And then you get you got your own private tour guide, and they show you around everything, and then you get front of the line of everything. And sounds kind of cool. See any celebrities? Yes, I saw this mouse named Mickey. He's pretty cool. Hi. I saw Mr. Tattoo right there. Run DMC is right there. Oh, I saw Kylo Ren too. He was scary. Right now I'm being that guy. I'm walking down the middle of the road and bugging everybody. Oh, do you know the thing about the two-colored light? Ooh, almost tripped. So, see this place here? This is the Coca-Cola Refreshment Center or corner, and it's been there since the beginning. Sorry, excuse me, pardon me. And so these lights up here are uneven. There's an odd number of lights. And Walt didn't like anything that wasn't just perfect. So he said, fix it. And they came up with an idea, and they made this one light half red and half white. You got to be pretty persnickety to do that, but pretty cool. Okay. Oh, I hope you win your raffle. That'd be fun. And then the other thing they did, they invented one of the things that they try to do is get all of the senses, right? Sight, sound, taste, and smell. So we're now here where they're making candy. Hi, making candy, making fudge. But when you get to the ice cream thing, I don't love Coke. I just like smelling it. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Anyway, where's it at now? It's the Candy Palace. I know. I'm kidding. It's a joke. So one of the places down here, they have a thing, a smell-ovator. I forget where it's. It's a thing where they put out. Oh, it's the ice cream shop. They put out smells of cinnamon and vanilla, so that when you're walking past the ice cream shop, here it is, you'll smell what's in there, and then hopefully encourage you to go in and buy more. How about that? That's pretty. This was Walt's favorite restaurant here, the Carnation Cafe. And his favorite food, does anybody know what his favorite food was? He was a great creative mind, but not in the kitchen. Walt's favorite food, does anybody know? Give you a second to look, think. You won't get it unless you know the history. We have a great video coming up next week from Walt Disney's Family Museum in San Francisco that I show you, but Walt's favorite food was lemon jello, and canned Hormel chili. That was his favorite dinner. Doggy. Let's see. So the Halloween merch is up. Does anybody care about the Halloween merch? That's kind of pretty. This is for the electrical parade. 50 years of this parade. It sounds really dated to me. All right, here's the Halloween merch. I'll just show it to you. Ooh. Dina, is there anything I need to pick up for you? Hello, how are you? My daughter Caroline, who just had a baby, her birthday is on Halloween. So I'm not sure if there's anything here I need to pick up. Spiced apple cider drink mix. Yeah, I don't think I need that one. Although I think I would look lovely in that. What do you think? Just thinking. Oh, I did see a jacket. How about this? That's a manly suit there. That's a good looking suit. And I did see one thing for the baby. We got 2 babies now. And I'm thinking, should I get this one for Jane? Is 2 weeks old. Boo. Boo. All right. I'm about to end this. I want to thank you very much for doing this test run with me. I hope you had some fun. Oh, it's too pretty to look at this. Don't look at me. It's way prettier looking at this. Oh, flash. Oh, nice. Anyway, I really appreciate you hanging out and. Have you seen these windows? The windows move. Andy's playing. Buzz and Woody look so happy. Okay. Well, it has definitely been a long day. Fun day. I appreciate you being here. I need to get a shot of this fire station before I leave for a video that we got coming out next week. But you are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you like the videos, and if you would, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, or watch some of the other videos. We're working really hard on this. Dina and I both are, and Dina, I miss you, and I appreciate you, and we'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll do something from California Adventure tomorrow. Would you like that? Maybe not so long, but maybe a little something, maybe same time, same place at California Adventure if I can. Although I know they're closing it early, so maybe I can't do it at the same time. But anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love and kisses. Thank you for celebrating America with me. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Now, I don't know how to shut this off, so let's try it. Here we go. And there. And we're ending right here. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.